Hello everyone, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session, we are going to discuss another very important use case of GitHub Copilot, where I will show you how you can understand the program written in old version of Python, that is Python 2, and it can directly analyze that piece of code, and also it will explain the concept as per Python 3 or advanced version. Okay. So by the end of this session, you will be able to understand how to make use of GitHub Copilot to explain the program, or you can say to prepare the analysis report for Python 2, old Python 2 logic into Python 3 logic. Okay. So we will proceed in the same way. Firstly, I'll explain you the requirement. According to the requirement, we will write the prompt and then we will verify the output. Okay. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use GitHub Copilot for converting Python 2 to Python 3 in terms of analytics report. Okay. And for that, you can also refer the Texture Myth digital coursebook, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3600 plus sessions available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can easily consume the content. And if you have any queries there, you can directly reach out to me through comment section so that I can help you there. Okay. Alright. So let's start the demo. Here you can see I have already created one program with the name library management py2.py program. Okay, which is nothing but an old library management system written in Python 2 that manages book borrowing, calculate fine for late returns, and prints member summary report. Okay. Now this is a Python 2 style code. Do not run directly in Python 3 without migration. So that's why, like you can see, some of the code is marked as wrong because it is written in Python 2 and I am working on Python 3, right? So that is why it is highlighting those error thing. But no worries, we don't need a compiled version. We just need one source code which contains some of the Python 2 code so that we can try GitHub Copilot on that. Okay. Alright, so we will use this demo program, and now I'll show you how to write a perfect prompt. That prompt will help you to understand this Python 2 code in a very simple terms and explain it in a Python 3 version. Okay. So for that, what I'll do, I'll firstly select this program here. So once I select it here, it will enable the context. That means now whatever we will write here as a prompt, for that prompt it will take the context from this program. Okay, because program name is GHC05 library management py2.py. Okay, now I'll simply paste a prompt here. So this is my prompt which I directly pasted here. Now what I'll do, I'll walk you through this entire prompt and then we will verify the output. Okay. So firstly, as usual, we will assign the role. So I'm assigning the role that you are a senior Python developer and technical educator with 20 years of experience in explaining complex code to beginners, junior developers, and non-technical audiences. Okay, so firstly we assign the role to GitHub Copilot. Second thing is, here we are saying that I have now we are assigning the task. I have a Python program named. Okay, I think just give me a moment. Okay, I repasted the prompt. I think last time I copied something different, but now it's fine. Okay, so let me again show you the prompt from beginning. So yeah, here slightly changes there in role. Like I simply mentioned, you are a senior Python developer and migration expert with 20 years of experience in Python 2 to Python 3 migration, explaining legacy code to modern developers and helping teams understand outdated code base in a simple plain English. Okay, so we assign the role. Now second thing is to assign the task. So for task, we simply mentioned here, I have an old Python 2 program named library management py2.py In this program, there is a function called manage library. This function was written in Python 2 syntax and style. Your task is to read the function carefully and explain its complete logic to a developer who knows Python 3 and has never written Python 2 code. So you have to explain it. Okay, do not explain the full file, focus on only on the manage library part. Okay, so we just wanted to focus on that part. Now for that, there are some rules that we are supposed to follow. So I simply mention here, use plain English only, avoid heavy technical jargon, do not skip any line of the function, cover every single line, explain logic in the same order as code flows from top to bottom. Okay, explain logic in the for every Python 2 specific syntax and found, explain what it means and what its equivalent in Python 3. Okay, so if we found something related to Python 2, then we have asked GitHub Copilot to explain it in a Python 3 in a very simple language. If there is any Python 2 behavior that is different from Python 3, clearly highlight that difference with a simple example. Okay, then we simply mention, do not modify or rewrite the function, only explain it as it is. Okay, keep your language simple enough for a Python 3 developer who has never seen a Python 2 code base before. Do not assume anything that is not written in the function. Okay, now we have few output requirement. So first requirement is purpose of this function. So write 2-3 lines explaining what this function does overall in plain English. Okay, so I need that part. Second, Python 2 versus Python 3 key differences found. List every Python 2 specific syntax found in this function. For each one, write what it means in a Python 2. For each one, write what Python 3 equivalent is. Okay, so here we clearly mention about the differences, key difference between Python 2 and Python 3, which is present in the code. Then we have step 3, where clearly we mention step by step, line by line explanation. Go through every line of the function, write what that line is doing in simple words. Wherever Python 2 syntax is used, flag it clearly and explain the differences clearly. Okay, and then we have a fourth point where we simply mention what a Python 3 developer must watch out for. List all the inner thing that would break or behave differently in Python 3. Explain why each one would cause a problem. Okay, and then at the end we simply mention about the real world analogy. So give one real world analogy that explain the difference between Python 2 and Python 3 behavior in the function. The analogy should be relatable to everyday's life. Okay, and at the end we simply mention about a few rules that are related to the format. Okay, so let me show you. So yeah, like all as we always mention, so there are few things that I mentioned in the end. Yeah, here mention any special decision in the code, example why it print without parentheses, why integer division behaves. Okay, so likewise I mentioned, and then there are some output format which I mentioned clearly, like use clear section heading for each of the 6 point above, use bullet point inside each section, keep the total explanation under 400 words. So these are the things that I mentioned. Now I'll just simply press enter here, and within few seconds it will start preparing the solution for me, which I mentioned in the prompt. Okay, so it is showing that I will read only this file, and now it has started writing the things in a same format which we explained during the prompt. Okay, perfect. So it is ready. So you can see how much things are easier with GitHub Copilot when we are using it. Okay, so first section, it shows purpose of this function. So it takes the member's name, number of borrowed books, last days, and premium status. The process then processes a simple library summary It calculates a late file, optionally gives a premium discount, checks if borrowing limit is crossed, and prints status message. It returns a dictionary containing a number of details and the final file. Okay. Then it highlight the Python 2 and Python 3 key differences. So it clearly mentioned that print statement without parenthesis, integer division behavior, Unicode prefix u before string, right? Old dictionary method has key. So likewise, it will simply highlight what all things it finds as a Python 2 code and explain it in a Python 3 equivalent. Okay. Then it explains step by step things in a very simple way. And then it shows why what a Python 3 developer must watch out. So print lines will fall without parenthesis, fine and discount math may change because division rules differ. Okay, has key has no longer exists and raises an error. So these are the things that every Python 3 developer should focus on. Okay. So yeah, these are the things that I'd like to share with you all in this session. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching. Take care.